Hello. I should probably turn it off, or turn off the audio thing where it, that. How's our audio? Also, hold on. There you are. Transform. There we go, now it's perfect. Tangerine. Hello everyone! Ah. We're here with the Risk of Rain. Oh. Nothing too serious, no playthroughs, just good old-fashioned play the game until I break it, essentially. I haven't done vanilla in a while either. Should I play with any artifacts? No, we'll do like a regular run for now. I mean, yeah. And here's the thing, I actually like playing vanilla too. I'm not doing that. I don't want to have to close the game and reopen it like every single time I die. That's not. I don't think that's really fun. Now who should I play? Little Artie. I haven't played a chef in a while. I don't think... I don't know. I like characters that scale very well with items. And Chef isn't really a character... Well... I can give him a try. There are 18 characters, yes. We have quite the roster. I could add 2 more with mods. Yeah, I haven't really messed around with Icebox Chef, so I kind of want to do that. Do a roll. Boost the next skill, or oil. I don't have fire, so this is actually not that useful. Okay. Start with a regular chef run. I'm not playing on Monsoon because, like, I'm good. I was tempted to, but, like, I kind of just feel like chilling and maybe maybe later if I feel like it, but I shouldn't push myself to do the harder difficulties. Right, that's what that does. Oh yeah, and Chef's passive is that if he's using like multiple abilities on an enemy, you get a little healing thingy, which is what those green things are. Lantern, always good. What is that? No. Teddy bear? Okay. I love how low cooldown the ice box is. If this was Monsoon, I would consider the teddy bear more, actually, but I want more attack speed. I forgot I could attack during that, shoot. I also missed this. I missed 2 of these earlier, shoot. Could use the movement. Frick it. Damage. Oops. Yeah, we can get one of those. Bungus! Maybe I'll do an engineer run and run Bungus. We love Bungus in this household. I wish there was like an item that like spawned like a little dude that also scales with your items, kind of like Engineer. But then again, that would also defeat the purpose of Engineer. Frick it, we can scrap. Well, we can scrap this. Repulsion. Oh, I thought there was a printer down here. I could get one Bungus. But no. A Bungus is very good. What's down here? More watches. I don't know if I want to put a bunch of stock into that. But then again. Let's try it. I feel like watches would be a lot better if they could, I mean, it would very clearly be better, but, like, I kind of wish watches, like, broke, one at a time, instead of, like, all at once. But that might be a little bit too busted, especially if you stack a bunch of them. Because then you'll have, like, a ton of damage, and they don't break up, break all at once. Oh, I was hoping to get that. There we go. Chef is a little good. They did a good job at buffing him. I might stick around so that I can get the item here. Well, that's one item, it's fine. Item that extends. There is a modded item that extends the AoEs now. I showed you it. Like, I gotta try that mod at some point. Almost done. I like how Chef, like, before they buffed him, was okay, but, like, not really good. So it wasn't really fun to play. So I kind of preferred the Risk of Rain 1 version, or the Returns. But ever since they buffed him, like, he is actually, like, really fun. Oh, there goes my watches. Oh well. Gasoline. Sure, and sure. I should have probably went for Chance Call, but whatever. I actually don't know why I went for Repulsion Armor Plate. That was kind of not a good idea. But DT's fine. I could use a bit of tankiness, but you're not going to get that from plate. Whee! What is that? Shipping request? You know what? I can take one of those. Could use that. One off. Deathmark is a sleeper pick, but it also depends on how many buffs you have. Or not buffs, debuffs you have on the enemy. Whee! That's always welcome. I forgot how much this just kind of ramps off of things. You know what? I think I'm honestly fine to just do the teleporter right now. I have a good amount of damage. Oh. Beads. I can turn those into a thing later. Yeah, it is true. Like Deathmark has been like shadow buffed over time because of how many ways you can just like debuff enemies now. Back in my day, you had to freaking like you had to work for that unless you were like Artificer or Acrid. Yeah. Deathmark is just like good for like anyone in multiplayer. It's just a good option for... It's just like extra damage for everyone. Let me go around. Take one extra lap. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Yeah. I remember thinking Noxious Stone was gonna just be like very like powerful, but I haven't really seen. I haven't had a run yet where I've seen it like go into like full fashion. At least not from my perspective. Oh, there goes all my money. Well, off we go then. I just realized I almost risked my ban for a second there. I didn't even realize I got my. Oh, I missed the chest. Almost lost my Runald's band. That would have been really upsetting, actually. That was scary. Cannot get the Freon, unfortunately. I was a little bit too slow. Let's see. Could use a little bit more tankiness. Like, I'll go for more tankiness. I was taking a bit of damage for a second there. I didn't mean to come up here. What is that? Drink. Okay. How is everyone's? Oh, I was gonna actually ask that myself. I mean, average a day. I drew a decent amount today. I've been getting better about drawing more. Now posting those drawings, on the other hand, that's a whole other thing. Like, how bald is he? Is all of his fur gonna be going away, or just his head, or like what? Like, just all of them? Is he gonna be like a sphinx? If it makes you feel better, I had to deal with that with Pecan. Okay, so just the whole thing. baby. Yeah, Pecan had to be like fully shaped too. And my parents hate it. I am spending way too long on the stage. It's not really a good idea to spend too much time on the stages. Well, that was kind of worth it though. So maybe I'm a little unpunished here. I mean, it also depends on what you have. Like, I do have a lot of damage. I can't afford to do that. I can't reach him. No, I reached him. Yeah, I think I can afford to be a little bit late on the stages. Oh, way to go. And back in. Jeff does have great DPS, almost a little too much. But I do have a good run going on. It's just, I know, like, especially when I play Monsoon, like, my biggest issue is that I do not know when to, like, go fast. Like, a big difficulty of playing Monsoon difficulty is that you need to, like, balance going fast and also, like, making sure you have good items. Yeah. He's gonna wake up bald. I know the groomers, when they told us they were gonna shave Pecan fully. Due to her knots, by the way. She had like a lot of knots, and the only thing they could do is just cut it. And then it would end up being like a little bit too, like, it would be hard to get at the knots otherwise. But they gave me like a little paper on like shaved pets, and like I know like Flint's gonna be like self-conscious essentially, or at least the paper describes it as self-conscious. But I imagine it's more so like the animal feels a little bit like nude and vulnerable due to not having all that fur. Like, Flint especially, he's a long-haired cat. Like, he's probably gonna be very, like, not great. And I feel bad for him. But I'm sure he'll stick it out. He's a grown man. He can handle it. Should I risk the band? Nah. I don't really know if I want any stuff. Let's go to Void Fields. Frick it. We could probably do Void Fields. All of that and I block it. I forgot to check if I had any low HP items. I don't like, well, okay, I like lunar items, but like I just don't like taking them because it's like you lock into something that you might not want later in the run. I don't even know what lunar items I want right now anyway. Ice Cube. I forgot you can, like, hold out the daggers. I remember when this didn't frickin' work properly. I should have at least gotten a focus convergence now that I think about it. That's my bad. Just to make this go a little bit quicker. I could use a bit more healing, especially in this area. There you are. They got crowbars? Oh no. That actually might suck. Um... I'll take a Mocha. Oh no! Oh. I'm a little sad that that's how that ends. Okay. That's on me for kind of neglecting the fact that I take fall damage. So let's do just that. Um, Surprisingly, I actually like the pylon. Actually, we'll be unloaded as well. Um, we can do another vanilla. I was hoping that run would last a bit longer. That was a really good one. Oh well. It looks like I will have to be right back for a second. Which is fine. It's not too inconvenient. See you guys in a couple minutes. We have returned. With hopefully a more successful run. Not the target I wanted, but alright. Turn that on. We can use the attack speed. Ouch. There we go. Don't mind if I do. Some enemy's gonna get corrupted. Sure, I can use more of those. Kubo Jr. I just realized, where's the rest of my items? I feel like I have a hard... Oh, there we go. I have a hard time looking for items on this stage sometimes. Oh, that's really good on a loader. Alright, we have a run. We're gonna demolish this first boss. We still have... Oh, I was hoping we would have two loaders going after it too. Oh well. Where are you? There we go. Oops. That's not good. That's dynamite ain't bad. It ain't good either, though. I wonder if the pylon has a limit of how many enemies can attack it. Doesn't look like it. I'm surprised my freaking, like... Chance to call it? Yeah, okay. It's a chance on hit regardless, okay. I keep thinking it's only, like, on hit for, like, heavy attacks. But more like heavy attacks just scale better with that. Because I'm proccing the meteor quite a bit. Come on. Very close. Excellent. We're so close, please. There we go. Nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. And yeah. Very good run so far. Coup Red Stage 1. And we're leaving at an appropriate minute, too. Just took that to the face. Ooh, I'll take that. I'm surprised this Shrine of Shaping has never, like, been updated. Because it feels like it free extra life every time. I know you have, like, less HP, so it's, like, kind of a cruddy extra life, but still. How much are you? 107. Perfect. Yeah. Like, I kind of wish it wasn't as good as it is, because it, like, just the DLC alone, like, adds so many ways of reviving yourself, which, like, it's definitely, like, a welcome thing for, like, multiplayer. But it kind of makes, like, surviving a run, like, a little bit too easy, a couple, like, it makes it a little too easy sometimes, in my opinion. But I can definitely understand it for multiplayer reasons, though. Anything else? Ooh. Alright, I think we should be fine to move. And she's done. The runic lens is nuts on loader, actually. Like, if my punch doesn't destroy the enemy, it's the freaking meteor. Yeah. And even if you die, like, right after popping it, like, it's still, like, an extra life. Like if you're dying that quickly anyway, then the run is probably meant to be over anyway. Or you should just really be careful. Alright, so there is an item over here. Or... not the one I was looking for, but sure. Laser wire! Now this is a run. That's the item I was looking for. Nice, nice. Oh, I didn't mean to take that one, shoot. Oh well. I could use a bit more tankiness. Do I want to do that? I don't really have any healing items, but I'd rather not. Wait, no, hold on, I can. Hello, Lunar Pool. Just free health. A little bit. Frickin' go, my goobo. If I can find a lunar portal, I don't have to... I'm kind of tempted to go for False Sun, actually. I'm likely not gonna beat the run if I do that, but like... I do have a good amount of damage. Is that a Razor Wire? No, it's a Rose Buckler. What's over here? Sticky Bomb? I could risk a Delicate Watch, but nah. That's good. There's a lot of chests over here. I believe the lunar portal usually spawns around here, except it's not. I did not know you can get up here. Okay. Is there no lunar portal on this stage that I can get right now? It's unfortunate if I couldn't spawn one because then I don't have the option. Open you up. can, so we're... Thank you. I thought I had enough. Now I do. Oops. Another razor wire. Yeah, maybe we should do false sun. Not that I have a choice. Alright. Let us begin. You. This is really cathartic, considering how annoying that boss normally is. Nope. Like, we have a good amount of, like, all sorts of items. I don't usually do false sun this quickly, but I kind of want to give it a try. It isn't a bad idea. I can get items out of it too, so I don't have to end the run immediately either. It's just usually the final bosses are like pretty damn beefy. Like, they're scaled in such a way that you're going to have trouble with them regardless of how powerful you are. Oh no, I do have the option to not do it. Ah, forget. I haven't really... I don't think I've actually, like, fully done the new version of the fight either. At least not without, like... I'm not gonna make that. I haven't done it without, like, cheats. Ouch. I don't remember if this status goes away or not. I'm pretty sure it literally doesn't, so I might be a little bit screwed here. I don't think I want anything here. I think I like my items too much. I think it might heal me before the fight, actually. Yeah, I think... No, I'm not healed. Oh, son. Nope. be careful. No, not in there. Uh-oh. You know, I realize I don't have that much healing. I should also be taking these pillars. Oh jeez. Oh yeah, that clears my freaking thing. Get him! Pop! Okay, so those things clear the that SAS condition. Okay. Oop! Where are they? Laser! Laser! Oh, jeez. You... That's fine. Out, out, out. I'm waiting for him to do something. Oh, jeez. This might suck. That sucks. Please. Okay. No. I'm playing so recklessly. Or, I'm not playing very well, rather. Boink. I'm surprised I wasn't as punished as I thought I was. Now here's another phase. Okay, now I don't have anything. No, stop. Get away! Oh! There you are. We've got to play a little bit patiently. Ow. Ow. Oh no. That's okay, you can't hide behind those. Okay. I kinda figured I should have looked around a bit better. Oh well. Uh-huh. I haven't done Drifter in a while. Yeah, I figured we could do Drifter. Another vanilla run, why not? I've been wanting to have a run with Drifter where I just constantly spawn temporary items. So hopefully I'll get that one item that increases the amount of temporary items you have. Or, not increases the amount of time temporary items last. It's such a shame that like they took away the thing where you can like pocket your scrap cube and then like get scrap from it. It definitely did look doable. I just kind of just I made too many mistakes. Put that over there. Sure. Grab that before that envelops everything. No! We can start. We don't have that many items, but it's fine. Mending stone golem. I wonder what determines that it does this. Oh my god. I don't know what's going on. Jesus. I love Risk of Rain. I can charge both the teleporter and this. Oh, nice. Probably not too great of an idea, considering you can get locked out of getting the best items out of this. Almost. Ooh, a red item. Is it not done yet? There you are. Grab my items. Is he just stuck? There you are. He is not doing anything. So that's what I like to. Did I get 2 freaking Dioses? No, it's still catching up. That's what's going on. It's already dead. I'm a little silly. Let's see. That. That, and we'll have that. We'll be on our way. We have 2 items to our name, I think. I love Drifter. I kind of prefer Drifter in Risk of Rain Returns, though. I will be honest. But that's more so because it's easier to stack items. That is hilarious, actually. I'm tempted to go for it. Since I can just, like, spawn items. It does take temporary items, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Is that a lunar, I wonder if I can find a lunar pool somewhere. Forgot I can do that to chests. Ah, frick it, I'll grab the egocentrism. Maybe I'll run into a lunar pool. I think egocentrism might be my favorite lunar item. It's just a shame that it takes away your items. It's over there. Damn. I realize this item might actually this item might actually make it really difficult to get more scrap. Well, maybe. Not really. We can go for that. Okay, maybe... Does it take frigging... I don't think it actually is taking my temporary items. Either I'm getting really unlucky. No, this sucks. Actually, on second thought, this isn't that bad. Maybe. No, please. Okay. fine. Making it a little bit more difficult to get scrap. If it wasn't so inconvenient to get items, I might go for the rest of the items on this stage, but nah. I'll fix that. I can scrap some things, but I forgot, can Egocentricism even, like, take scrap? I'm not gonna, I think it can, actually. I should have looked for a lunar pool in the previous stage, actually. That would have been a good option to have. Oh well. Or a good reason to go looking around. That was a terrible amount of fall damage. Sometimes I just forget that I can just take fall damage. I'm noticing. You know, random thing. Something that streaming makes you really hyper aware about is the fact that, like, if you're not good at conversing and starting a conversation, you might have a little bit of trouble. Like, I'm having a lot of trouble with, like, keeping up conversation. Go. Which is nuts because Jesse, you're like really good at keeping a conversation. Well, I guess you're not good at starting a conversation, but you're good at continuing it. I'm good at neither. It is a slow day, but I also meant you're usually good at continuing a conversation, even about topics that you're not really too into. I know, I just don't feel like I'm doing fine because it's like... I don't know. Off stream, it just kind of feels like it's fine for me to be quiet, but then like on stream it's like... I guess I'm forcing myself to talk too much, but I also don't want to just make it seem like there's no... there's no commentary either. And if no one's talking in chat, then I just end up, like, not talking at all. I want to talk, basically. Like, I'm not forcing myself, it's just I want to talk about stuff, I just can't really think of anything. I think that's everything I can get for now. Well, not everything yet. I can still go up here. Yeah. Understandable. Like, I want to talk as if I'm, like, alone with my thoughts. But also some of the stuff I would say while I'm alone with my thoughts are not stream friendly. Let's begin. Magma worm. Alright, where are you? Why are they over there? Answering questions. Oh shoot. Ah, we're good. There we go. Answering questions as if someone asked them to talk more solo. I mean, I mean, here's the thing, like, you guys aren't really asking too many questions either. Which, I'm not saying that's your guys' fault, it's just kind of more so like, doesn't that only apply if you're being asked a question? Or am I reading that wrong? Like, I think I get it. It's just, like, a key thing in conversing is that, like, it's kind of like the Metal Gear Solid, like, someone mentions something, and then they're like, oh, like, yeah, I just went to McDonald's, and then you can reply with them with McDonald's, and then they'll keep continuing, like, talking about that. Like, despite that being a really funny writing quirk, that's actually really valid socializing tactic. Answering questions even if there are none. I guess so. I'm not sure I quite understand still, but like... Like, do I ask myself these questions? Because I don't have any questions towards myself. I already know the answer. And then what, do I, like, tell the answer? Okay. 2470... I don't, See, even if I did have something on the mind, like... Here's the part where I blank. Like, I just blanked completely. I don't know why I'm like this. I guess it's also the same issue as, like, if anyone ever asks me about my interests, like, I also just blank, even though, like, I, of all people, should be knowing that. I like how it still has yet to get rid of my roll of pennies. I think my only issue with working Drifter is that, like, I kind of don't know what's going on with the exploding boxes. Anyway. I also have nonsense topics, talking about things going on in the game. Yeah. I mean, that's also what I was doing here. It's just I don't want to do that for the entire stream because it's like... I feel like that gets a little monotonous. um, I get you. Projects? I don't have any projects in mind. Or at least not right now. I've had silly ideas of like making a roguelike, but like that's... I don't know! This is exactly why I'm mentioning this, is I have an issue. You know what, sure, we can get this item. This is exactly why I'm talking about this, because, like, freaking... I don't have anything else to talk about. But then, like, I know for a fact after my stream I'm gonna be like, wow, I could have freaking talked about this. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like... I don't know. I mean, like, here's a topic. You guys have been hearing about, like, the... Then I also start, like, second-guessing whether it's even, like, something I want to talk about on stream. But I was gonna mention, AI. You know it, you hate it. I've been hearing a lot of, things about it breaking down. Or, like, a lot of funding. Here's the other issue. I don't even know much about that topic. I just know like a lot of financial like I'm blanking so hard, dude. I feel like I would also do better with like I guess I could do better with like strangers, but no, I'm a lot more anxious with strangers. Sora 2 going down the gutter, OpenAI in general like going down the gutter. What else? There's a certain... I'm blanking so much on how I wanted to go about talking about that. Like a lot of like financial plans getting like broken. That's not the right term. Like a lot of like things getting canceled essentially. And it's just really nice. I don't think the AI bubble's like bursting finally, but like I do think it's taking a bit of a hit. And it's good to see. And again, like people are always like, "Oh, I want the AI bubble to burst. I want it to like die completely." But it's like I fully accept that that's just not gonna happen. However, I am hoping for like 2 reds, jeez. I am hoping for just better regulation. Because I don't think AI is inherently bad, and I mentioned this to you guys before. I just think it just needs to be regulated better. Give us watermarks that like show that something is AI generated. I don't care how much money you have to spend on that watermark, or whatever financial nonsense is going on that's making it so that companies aren't doing that. Put more regulation on like what's allowed to be like used. Oh, it's 240.70, okay. Disney for a plug. Personally, I think I do agree, but I feel like 80 to 90% of that not being beneficial is also just because it's not regulated properly. Like image, like generative images on paper is not a bad idea. Being able to generate your own references for like your specific needs is awesome for an artist. Being able to generate an image to like describe to someone like what you're trying to like go for. Like imagine you're someone like it's especially good for artists and and yet it ends up being the enemy of artists. Well, yeah, water overflowing from the glass is actually a better example of that. I chose a good time to start yapping because my run is currently just freaking running into enemies and hoping I don't die. Ooh. Oh. Oh yeah. I mean, I also tend to like understate a lot of things too. Like, I do hate generative AI a lot, but most of my hatred towards it is also the fact that like people just keep wanting to make content with it. It's not made for that. At least I don't want it to be made for that. Like, we as humans should not have access to, like, the ability to make instant, quote-unquote content. We should not have the ability to just make, like, the essence of content like that. Okay, it's still not done. I just threw my drone at it. Cool. And there it goes. Yeah! Run. There we go. Hailstar, that would have been useful earlier. That's fair. On the AI not being anything more than a product. Like I'm someone who just sees AI as like a technological advancement. Because we're using machines to do stuff, and it has like machines that have not been able to do this before. I mean, also true, yeah. You do have a good point there. The fact that it's just like it's incredibly harmful, even like without the nonsense. Like even if it was regulated properly, it's still like isn't really healthy for the environment. And there's still a lot of like shady things going on about it. Like I said, I do tend to be a little bit like understating about things. It's also why I'm always afraid to like share my opinion on things too. It's just the fact that like it's not just the fact that I can like my opinion changes a lot, but also I just do not really think of the big picture a lot. This is a scuffed ass run. I'm surprised I'm still going. Commercializing capital person. Understand a bit more extreme than most. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean by regulation, too, is that a lot of the people who promote AI are also like, yeah, AI is better than people. But, like, that's not what AI should be. Oh yeah, the prices of RAM are coming down too. Or too, yeah. Like, that's another thing I was hearing about with the AI nonsense, that, like, RAM prices are going down, which is, like, awesome. Please. I need to upgrade my computer's RAM soon, and I don't want it to keep going up. Also, I just realized it freaking ate my red item. The ecocentrism. Yeah. I actually don't know much about that. But I know that's a whole other, like, debacle. Don't think fighting Mithrax right now would be a good idea. Ouch. This chance stall has not been brocking, I don't think. I'll take that. Yep. My items. I'm almost dead. I'm dead. Whoops. On the note of AI, I'm gonna use the drone guy. I haven't unlocked these still. Shoot. I think he's the only guy that I don't have stuff unlocked for. Conduit Canyon without touching the ground. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to fire you after this one, Jesse. I don't care. If people get upset about that, then, like, skill issue. But it is also funny. I think, Jesse, you're like the only person I've met that's like woke in the sense of like other things than LGBT. Because I often forget that woke doesn't just mean, like, LGBT-friendly stuff. Or, like, the way the conservatives use it. Hmm. We can do 2 gunner drones. Like, I sure hope I don't have to deal with people that, like, think of being woke as a negative thing. And then again, I also just hope I don't have to deal with, like... I know I'm going to eventually if I ever get, like, an audience streaming. I am going to eventually have to deal with, like, people that are just outright hateful for, like, seemingly no reason. Let's get another drone. I mean, also definitely. My army of gunner drones. Oh, I almost said gummy drones. Not bad. That's good to have early on, actually. I'll take the armor piercer once I'm good to go. I think part of the reason why I don't have the achievements for this guy is that, like, it requires being airborne, which is, like... I just find it to be a little bit awkward to, like, manage. Especially during, like, boss fights. That's also true. You don't want to come off as too biased. I will be like it's really funny how we're both really opposites, real opposite in that aspect where it's like you generally come off as like very biased in your opinions, while mine is like I try to be understanding even if there's like nothing reasonable about the other opinion. Another gunner drone. Watch this. Bang, 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 bang. I should have probably had that go first. I should have probably used my R first before doing that. I forgot how this guy works. Oh well. Yeah, like I've been around so many like problematic people with or people with problematic opinions, and I usually tolerate them with the idea of just like Look, as long as you're not, like, harming other people, or, like... like, harming other people directly, rather. I should specify. Is if you have if you're having problematic opinions and all that, like, 9 times out of 10, your your opinion's probably, like, harming someone anyway. I'll be good. I'll be fine. That's also true. I'm terrible. Oh shoot! I forgot to get the drone. Now I'm gonna starve. Oh god, don't get me started on people who go into disagreements not respecting the other person. I had to deal with an entire community of people that will just, like, start a disagreement with just, like, blatant name-calling. And just being as rude as possible as part of your argument, and it's like, why? Like, do you have to be that way? Like, I get that you disagree and thus, like, you're the enemy, but it's like... I don't know. And I noticed this is also very apparent on Twitter. And, like, only Twitter. I'd use one of those. And I could just find a green printer. I'll take the attack speed. Actually, I should have taken the lantern. That was a little dumb. You know, I'm also noticing that, like, a lot of times when I try to think of a topic, it's always, like, something negative. I don't want to talk about negative topics all the time. But I can't really think of anything else. Uh, 99. Why are the enemies all the way over there? Yeah, I definitely want to avoid politics as a whole. I might have been getting more into it as of late, but like, or not into it in a good way, but in like understanding it more. It's still wild that I used to just not really bother with it, but now it's like, okay, this is personal. This is affecting my livelihood. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. We're not tired, I have no choice. Yeah. I think talking about AI is also like against my TOS now I think about it. Oops. But granted, I just also don't want people like just casually being like, "Hey, I generated your stream to make you a little girl. How do you feel about that?" There we go. That's how you do it. Look at all that difference that it made that I freaking like used my R first. Oh, that'll be good for the Lemurian thing. Also, yeah, true. Razor wire is great. I like mechanics where you just counterattack. And just it's just funny that like enemies around me take damage because I took damage. It's a really like most people think that like having items that proc off of getting hit isn't a good thing because like you should be getting punished for being hit, but it's like it's fun. Also, I thought you meant I saw Razor like capitalized, and I thought you meant like Razor from Genshin Impact. Oh, damn it! I'll take that. I almost had a red. That's a shame. I mean, I also like Razor from Genshin Impact. I kinda wish he was a better character. I wish Genshin had more physical damage characters, but I don't know if I should really go on a tangent about a game that I'm not playing. Or not playing currently. I have been getting into it again because there's some characters I want to pull for, but still. You know what's an unexplored like topic about me? Or something I don't really express that much? It's the fact that like I low-key have like a gambling problem. I don't actually like... Okay, not really a problem, but I have the makings of having a gambling problem. And I don't say that just because I play Genshin. I have to say that because like the times where I have played like or like mess around at a casino, I do genuinely get those issues of like relishing in the chance that I could be getting more money, even if I'm already like even if I'm already like in the green. Yeah, like I mean I've briefly mentioned like I vacationed in Las Vegas for a bit, and there was just one instance where like I think I won like $200 from a machine. No. I think I won like a whole like $100 within like a whole thing from a machine. All right. But like TLDR, just I lost $200 in one night. I understand the saying, "What stays in what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." Is because people lose so much money and they don't want to talk about it. But frick it, I'm not a coward. I got like $40 back, and I willingly said, you know what, I can definitely get my money back, and I didn't. Ooh, nah. Bungus! I already got that. I'm kinda just going in circles now. Like, I try not to gamble as much as I can. Because I do understand, like, the horrors of it. I do understand that the house always wins. It is, like, I literally, like, while I was in Vegas, we had, like, a taxi driver. And the taxi driver was someone who is, like, an ex-casino worker. And he worked at that casino for, like, a while. Like years. And he did explain that, yes, like, there is, like, rigging that goes on. I forgot the details, but I know he just said something along the lines of, like, yes, no, they do some weird-ass calculation stuff that, like, will cause you to lose money. Gambling in general is not a good idea. Like, the only reason I'd recommend gambling is for the novelty of it. But that's the only reason. I don't think it's a good way to get money. Actually, what am I saying? I would not recommend gambling to anyone. I only do it because I have issues. Okay, no, not really. I would probably not do it. My actual reason is the fact that I usually go to the casino with my parents, and my mom has gambling issues. Like, actually bad gambling issues. And she is very pushy about me doing it for her. Which is a whole other can of worms. But I try to be very reserved about my, like, chances. Like, there was one time where I won exactly $69 from a machine, so that was fun. Not because I won a decent amount of money, but because it was $69 exact. Like, no change or anything. But yeah, like, to talk about, like, personal stuff, it's like my mom has, like, an interesting, like, backstory. I don't exactly know what happened with gambling for her, but she basically describes it as, like, she vowed to never gamble again. Which is why she never does it. But she has a very bad problem of, like, having me gamble in her place, essentially. But she acts like, no, she acts like it's fine, it's not her gambling, it's me gambling. But yet she will still give me her money, and, like, be very pushy about me doing it. So it's like, she is definitely still gambling. Yeah, exactly. It is very bad, and I'm trying to, like, convince her that that's bad, and she just does not listen. I haven't told her straight about it, but, like, it's hard to. Because I know she's not gonna listen. Have a good shower. Sundered Grove, once again. I think after this run I might have to take a break. Terraria? Yeah, a little bit. It is past 12. And I was planning on, it's already 12, shoot. Or it's almost 1, even. When did that happen? I know Terraria, not Terraria, freaking Risk of Rain tends to, like, be a bit of a time the time, not time waster. Bit of a time commitment. I did not realize it was already almost 1 though. Do I want that? Yes I do, of course I do. Never mind. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a break. I was a little bit distracted with some things, and I kinda need this break real quick, so... We're back. Ah. We are back. Ooh. I was gonna go NG, but let's try a monsoon run with NG. NG? Yeah, monsoon. Yeah, monsoon. The rain is at risk, yeah. I'm so confident in my abilities with NG that I will... Yeah. Again, it's a very easy thing to, like, set up. It's just a matter of, like, getting a program, and then, like... and then just slapping in images and GIFs. Oops. Not a good start. Ouch. Like, I definitely do plan to just have, like, the little PNG tuber thing from here on, because of how easy it is to set up. Sure. That could surprise me later. Oh, that's another drone. I could use one of those. You know, I was thinking about making a Risk of Rain style overlay, but eh. I mean, it could still. I can see an overlay working with this game, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna come back to this too much for it to matter. Eh, maybe, yeah. You know what? Just actually later. I was gonna try to screenshot the OBS preview, just in case I do decide to have an overlay. Where is the... There's the teleporter. I should probably be leaving soon. There's nothing up here. Okay. But yeah, I figured I'd be playing a game like this. Just something a little bit more mundane, so I can feel a little bit more chill about streaming. Because I still have issues with that. Get her. I'm still not over the fact that one of my first experiences with Risk of Rain was looking at the Beetle Queen and just like having unfortunate thoughts. Like, that is forever ingrained as like one of my first experiences with one of my favorite games. And it had nothing to do with the gameplay. I will say, I think this game is also like the reason why I like summoner type gameplay, where you just like spawn little dudes to fight for you instead of fighting yourself. Like, a lot of games don't really support like summoner type gameplay, but like, and I get why. I don't know, there's just something really nice about it. almost done. There we go. I shouldn't get too close. I don't have any reason to. I should have put the engineer turret a bit closer, but it's fine. Sailstar, that, and you. Did I not? Oh, I did. Taking a while there. Yep. I might have to move my turrets. Shoot. There's a good big chest. Was that a rusty key? No. I just remembered. I have Nightbot, and I have yet to have a hydrate command. Not that I need it, but no, sometimes I forget. There has to be at least one large chest in this area. I think it's over there. Yeah. That wasn't the most worth it. But 2 items are better than 1, so it's fine. Actually, this isn't, those items aren't bad for engineer. Ooh, I could use that. Like, I would have never guessed that the type of game that I really like is just this silly game about using fricking undelivered items. Like, the lore of Risk of Rain is really funny because, like, there's a lot of, like, sci-fi stuff, but then you also have to recognize that you are... that the main reason for a lot of anything that happens is because the sci-fi equivalent of a UPS exploding happened. It's like a UPS truck freaking exploding and having all its undelivered items go all over the place. But it's such a neat idea for a freaking roguelike though. I don't have money? Shoot. Okay. I died. I think I was contemplating whether I should get a corrupted item, and I think if I remember correctly, what happened, I went down to half HP due to getting that corrupted, like, void cell thing. And then a jellyfish finished me off. So, oops. Lemurian. And now we're just playing engineer on Monsoon. Surprised my turrets are still going. There we go. I was just trying to think of stuff to talk about again, and I started talking about the fact that Risk of Rain lore is like it's a lot of neat sci-fi stuff, but then also the main reason why anything, the main reason for any of the story, the main reason for any of the story happening is because of, like, imagine a UPS truck exploding. That's what Risk of Rain is. Well, not all the characters are part of the, like... they're not all part of, like, the same thing, but, like... I believe in this game, like, a lot of your characters are also people that, like, happen to be on this planet. Let's go here. Like, the first game, the plot was that, like, basically a UPS truck exploded and and got, like, attacked by, like, some guy that likes animals. And you're playing as a lot of the employees of said UPS truck, essentially. Yeah, Akron is just one of the things that's getting delivered. He was supposed to be delivered somewhere, but he... And then the plot of this game is that, like, after everything that happened in the first game happened, like, both games take place on Petrichor 5, which is, like, the series of planets and all that. And to my knowledge, like, essentially, like, a different UPS truck, essentially, like, found out that there's actually people on this planet still, and are trying to save them. Which is why your characters are called survivors in this. Attack speed, please. Yeah, distress call. That's a good way of describing it. I don't know what the false sun is. I think you might be like more of an effigy of Providence than any actual relation to Providence. But I actually don't know much about the lore myself. Scrapper. Yeah, we have stuff to scrap. That's not what I wanted to scrap, you freaking... That hurts. I need that movement. Oh well. Anything else I can scrap? I'm not in terrible need of money. I think I should be fine now. There's the teleporter. Surely I won't regret putting these guys up here. There are videos on it that I kind of meant to go through, but never got it. Ooh, okay. I forgot to look for a large chest. God damn it. That is fine. Is that worth... Is that worth stacking? Nah, I should probably save my green scrap. Actually, I should probably just go. Yeah, which is why Mithrix, like, is very weird about it. I'm getting... Okay. You need to go. You need to go. Good lord. Oh jeez. My turrets? Okay, no, we're good, we're good. I should have probably gotten the item and then done that, but whatever. Semantics. Yeah, something like that. I thought it was that Mithrix, like, just didn't like the creatures that Providence... Like, Mithrix is, like, the exact opposite of Providence. Like, Mithrix wants, like, all, like, every living being dead. While Providence is like, I love animals. I love refrigerators. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would be really nice, but I don't know if I want to risk my green items. Would it be worth it? Especially since I'm right up on stage 4? Maybe not. I don't want to risk my sales star, basically. Forget, we can go for gestures. I don't even know what the lore implication or lore situation of that is. Gesture. Ooh, should I go for void fields? I might go for void fields. Alright. With my movement, it's probably not a great idea, especially on Monsoon. But I'll try it anyway. I love gambling, as I stated before. I should have checked if I had anything I could have lost there. But we're fine. There's that, I guess. Oh, wait, no, the unstable transmitter actually has like a unique interaction with the items that proc at low health. Namely that it procs in front of them, so it kind of like acts as like a protection. Oh god! This is not a good enemy to get. I know I should have probably saved that Sail Star, but like I don't know if I'm even gonna be doing the rest of this. Yeah, we'll see what item they get. This is doable, just very scary. Thankfully, this is also a really like nice spot. Okay, we're good. I do want the med kit, but I kind of want the crit too. Where is it? There it is. Any nearby chests? Oh wait. Oh yeah. Is that all my shield? Shoot, I thought I had more. That's... oh no. What do you mean, Focus Crystal? Why? No, please, please! Unstable transmitter, though, is working really well with this, though. Oh boy. I think this is doable for now. Keyword for now. Okay. Okay. Go for some attack speed. Shoot, I forgot to freaking get the... I might lose this run real quick. It's not up there, is it? It's up there. God damn it. Wait. Yeah. Okay, it's over here. Alright, I have to... yeah, I have to be right back. Forgot to take out the trash today. We're back. Hopefully we won't die. Whew. I think with enough patience we can definitely do this though. And also maybe like a bit of health regen. While we wait, huh. You know, I've always... Something that's always been, like, constant in my life is just enjoying, like, underwater, scenery. Much like this stage over here. And I never understood why. Like, I never understood why that kind of stuff, like, kind of spoke to me. I'm really awful at freaking conversation topics. Where are you, Jesse? True. I'm the opposite of... I'm evil, Jesse. I love gambling. I love underwater. I had... I know, it's fine. It's just... I definitely need to consider, like, having people on for COCOM. I just, like, hesitate because, like, even if I did have other people, it's like, how do I even conversate with them? And how many of my friends are gonna be okay with being on stream, you know? Alright, let's do this. Oh, these guys didn't get rid of your items, shoot. That's really not good for me. It still feels doable, though. I don't know, like, it's funny how, like, water sections in video games are, like, usually notorious for being, like, awful and slow and poorly controlled, but, like, regardless of how it controls and how slow it is, I always like them. There's just a certain level of comfort I always get from the idea of being underwater. And I can't put my finger on why. Okay, that could be useful. Is it on top of there? No, it's beyond there. So let me grab the item real quick. Actually, let me grab this and then just go straight to the thing. Actually, no, it's just... no. I shouldn't greed. That's pretty good. But yeah, I've always just found comfort in water. In just like undersea environments. I've always found like fascination with marine creatures. And I just can't put my finger on why. I just think they're neat. I wish I was a marine creature. I guess it's just the feeling of like being able to float around and just like, but also like the sounds and ambiance of like of being underwater, and not even just being underwater. Like one of these days, I want to play Pikmin 4, specifically because one of the dungeons takes place in like in a fish tank, or like a little like water terrarium. Or terrarium, however you pronounce it. And like it has like all the freaking like water filter like sound effects. That's annoying. It has all the water filter sound effects and like all the freaking like environmental details of an aquatic tank, and like it's just like I want to sleep there so badly. Like I think out of any game's environment, the freaking like water dungeons in Pikmin 4 are probably like the ones I want to sleep in the most. Second to like maybe like Genshin Impact's Fontaine. Frack! I got shotgunned. I think I got too into my my mind drifted off a little bit. Anyway, how are you on Terraria, Jesse? You're down? Awesome. We'll see for how long we can do it, because I meant to end stream closer to 2, but we can go for a little bit longer tonight. I just need to be careful about my sleep schedule. Alright. Time to switch to Terraria. Give me a second to set it up. What? Oh, the thing's still... I didn't mute myself, hold on.